Hey guys, it's me Simone, and today we're gonna make some of my glittery, shimmery chalkboard paint. I've been doing a lot of videos with shimmer in it, haven't I? So I have right here, it's my base. This is the chalk paint base. I ended up making too much. I'm upset about that. I gotta find some way to put this. Yeah. So, I have two containers here. These are from eBay, from some seller. So I'll just tell you, walk you through it, like what I did to this to make this recipe. So what you're going to need is you're going to need Plaster of Paris. So I have 1 part Plaster of Paris, then I have water, and then I have 3 parts of latex paint. You want the paint that's not primer. Don't get the one with primer in it. That's the worst. I said don't get the one with primer in it. So I have 2 things of latex paint in my room. One has primer in it, one does not. The recipe was just really simple and basic like this. It just says, in a container, mix plaster of Paris with water until you have a smooth consistency. And then it says add paint, and then you're done. So what I did was I just got myself a little cup of water, put the 1 part plaster of Paris in here, mix that up until it had no lumps in it, and I put in my 3 parts of Latex paint and mix it up. So, and then we're going to color this to make glittery paint. So I recommend having a bowl or something that you can pour to, whatever. So here, so pour that in here, because you want to have your base, and I just color each container. If you're making like a big batch of this, you can just use this entire thing, but I'm not. I'm making smaller batches with color in it. So we're going to mix this to a little bit left. I know I bought 6 containers. I just gotta find the other container so I can pour this in there. I still have a little bit left, but it won't be this much. It's gonna find that container. Eventually we'll find it. Just not right now. So I'm gonna move this over. So I don't know if I can see it later. So we're gonna get started first. So you're gonna get your base. Now we have to color it, and we're gonna use mica powder. To color this. I'm gonna use some colors I haven't used already. So I have an orange in here, and okay, I'll do this one first. So I'll just do this orangey color that I have. First, you don't need that much actually, to be honest with you. So I got these little packs of color from, can you guess? eBay. I'll leave a link to the container and to the drop-in stuff, guys. Like, I've been having a craft lunch and really need to clean up my craft space. So this is like really eyeballing it. You want to know how much color you want. It's gonna, since my color, the paint I use, electric paint I use is white, it is going to dim the paint a little, the pigment. So keep that in mind. I'm going to just use half the package. And this is 10 grams, I think, so I use about 5 grams. Or whatever. And we need something to stir this with. No, you know what, that's broken already. Let's see. Where am I mixing? Pencils. Yeah. Making a big old mess of it. There's one. I told you guys there's a lot. I got these little cheap brushes and I use these to mix up. So you want to do this kind of slowly so you don't get a puff ball. I said you could use eyeshadow for this, or you don't spill any. Fold it in a little bit. But I would you need a good bit of eyeshadow, so maybe you could still use eyeshadow. But once you work it in, you know, it's gonna clump up a little bit. But once you get it incorporated enough, you can just go kind of crazy with the stirring. Don't have to care too much about it spilling. So I'm keep stirring it, stirring it. I think I might put a little bit more in here. Mix that in, and I'm going to be scraping the sides because, like, you can see my containers, I've scraped the sides so you can see the color. And on this one, it's just white, and on this one, I can't stir it too much, but you see it's just white. So we're going to scrape those sides to really incorporate this color in here. Okay, so I'm just going to just close this up. Okay. And shake it. See if I can get it to mix itself. We just already initially mixed it in there. Just make sure, close it tightly so you can do this. Get this in there. Alright, let's see. It's getting there. I'm going to add more pigment. And so I want to stir it in first. And they're like, this is so interesting. Well, let me just stir this in. Okay. And then we can do the shaking. This is an arm workout, guys. You can either do stirring or shaking. Doesn't matter to me. As long as you mix it in properly. But while we're mixing this, making sure it's close and our hands are getting all glittery. I'll just tell you some things. This stuff does separate when you're not using it. It will separate. But of course, before you use it, just make sure you shake it. Just hope this batch turns out well. I haven't made this in a while. Okay. It looks like it's okay. I mean, it's much lighter than this. I'm wondering if I should add more mica. But I'm going to make labels for these. For some. It's way lighter, so we're going to do some more stirring. Okay, so let me get this out. Got my brush. I'm going to see how this turns out. I don't know if you can see the difference. Can you see the difference between what it looks like and what comes out, what's coming out? That's why I'm making labels, because this color is so not accurate. Like, I'll show you another example. So I think I might put more pigment. It's like I'm throwing brushes over here. But I think I will tell you one thing you might want to do every once in a while. Is just keep your eye on it, because it might try to dry itself out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this one's right here. Yep, like this right here. This one's trying to dry itself out. So I'll say that. Keep your eye on it. These are a couple months old too, so. When you shake it, you should hear it moving in there. That's how you know the consistency is right. If you don't, you might want to open it up and check on it. And save it before it completely dries itself out. Okay. See the difference between that right there? The color it looks like and the color it comes out with. And the nice shimmer. It's starting to come off. Okay. Alright. Okay. Put that away. I think I'll keep it like that. Alright. Let's move on and close this one up. Move on to the next color that we're going to use, which I don't know what color it's going to be, guys. I'm actually 100% clueless on what color I'm going to use after this one. I'm actually going to open this back up and let some of that air out. Okay. I like how they double bag it, so it's really nice. It's everywhere. Alright, let's see. What color am I wanting to use? I don't even know. I'm so clueless. It's a pretty color though. This blue is really pretty, but I think I already used this blue. Actually, yeah, I think I used this blue already. That's why it's split in half. I'm trying to find out, because I know I picked some colors that I wanted to use for this. I'm trying to find these colors. But, else I want to try. I mean, you guys get the basic gist of this. It's really pretty colors, and you know, it sits on your shelf and looks gorgeous. I'm about to check all my paint now real quick. I'll make that paint later. But I had to walk you through the steps again. But you can see that. You see how it's kind of watery? You want that consistency because it will dry itself out. Because the Plaster of Paris is going to try to dry itself out. So like, the top's already getting dry. So I'll check on this one. It's not as watery as I want it to be, so I'm just going to put extra water in here. Cool. Yeah, I wasn't. Yep, that's what I wanted to be watery. But you see, I know I like the second batch a lot better. I think I made the second batch a lot better than I made the first one. We'll see how it goes. I think there's more Plaster of Paris in this batch, in my first batch, than there's in the second one. You can just tell because how it looks when you take it out. But yeah, you want that clear, defined separation going on. But as I said, this one I'm going to look around and find the pigment I want to use for this one, and I'll make that batch. But I hope this was a cool experiment to show you guys. I will say this one thing: when you do use this, you're gonna kind of want to make sure you I say this, the more times you go over the spot where you put this down, the more pigmented and shimmery it's gonna get. So I'll say that. So if you're just gonna wipe over it once with this, you might not want to use this paint. It's really good for if you're gonna, I don't say varnish it, but in a sense, kind of varnish it into your surface. It really shines a lot much better, a lot better that way than just to brush it over. I mean, so if you're using your fingers, you'll see it. But I hope, oh yeah, this is 6 containers. So that's why there's no more containers. This is 6. I only bought 6. I can't count. So I'm going to find a way to use up the rest of that paint I made. Sadly, I was trying not to make too much. I only had 2 containers left. And I will see you guys later. I hope you guys make your own paints. I might just keep it white, who knows. And I hope this inspires you to get crafty and make some beautiful chalk paints. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and much love. Bye-bye.